Okay, guys, continuing out this tragedy. Okay, this is, I know, it looks like we're like maybe in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. There's a wonderful picnic table. You think, I'll stop, have a picnic. But you watch the first part of the video, places never to picnic. Right up there is a nut house. Yes, the Willard Asylum. And then we're going to take you to the Nameless Grave Cemetery. So yeah, if you want a really haunting place, here you go. Yeah, there's one single chair, and you're like, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I mean, it is beautiful and everything, but yeah, it's got some dark history just up here. And this you can go to because it is a cemetery. I did come here, gosh, like 7 years when I first moved here, because I've always been fascinated with how families get away with this crap. And rich people do it too. They tried to do it to my mother-in-law. No, they weren't going to put her in upstate New York. They just, she owned an entire development, so they could just keep her. She could have her medical care, but she couldn't call the bank. I have a badass mother-in-law named Gertrude Falk. You know what she did? She got rid of those people. Oh, yeah. Go, Gertie. Yeah. So my mother-in-law is, unlike my grandma, not a narcissist, and they did try and torment her and do guardianships to control her for money. But a lot of rich families do that to their people too. They stick them in houses, and they call them insane, and they are the ones who are abusive. So, we are going to go up to the Willard Cemetery, which I understand is really haunted, and this be why. Willard Cemetery. This cemetery was used from 1870 to 2000. Here laid to rest are 5,776 departed Willard patients. Jeez, don't go to the waiting room, because if you're not patient, you can end up here. Ooh, yeah. So this place has a dark feel already to it. Many videos have been filmed here, paranormal things. You can understand why. I've watched the documentary on the asylum. And like all asylums, people that worked in them, there were people that genuinely cared. That's why they came to work every day. Some people actually care about what they do. But they were working against a really hysterical system. And I'll tell you why I call it a hysterical system here in Upstate. Because Willard Asylum was the first asylum to hire a female doctor so that she could do gynecological exams on the female patients. Yes, this is disgusting because the word hysterical, it comes from your hysterectomy, things that female organs. So that's where the word comes from, is a woman's womb. That is an insult. That's not funny. Things that aren't funny is the word hysterical. I should never use that again now that I know where the word comes from. Particularly since an upstate doctor in like the 18-somethings was giving women unwanted gynecological exams. They believe with like the women patients that apparently if they just, removed your hormones. Yeah, I don't have any, I haven't done any asylum videos. I don't think they took dudes and castrated and made them eunuchs. But to the women, yeah, they're just, the problem's all in your, let's go examine you and give you gynecological exams. That's about the last thing you want if you're going into an insane asylum. Having someone invade your physical body? Ugh. But yeah, so Willard Asylum had hired a woman. Bad karma on you, lady. They hired a woman to do this to women here at Willard. And so I guess lesson is, be a man if you were going to be at Willard. I gotta say, of all the asylums I visited, I've never heard of this being done at any other one but here. So that just creeps you out. But yes, Dr. Willard was apparently obsessed with the female anatomy. Ew. Original cemetery. Oh, is Dr. Willard here? Dr. Willard? Dr. Willard, are you here? You should be. You screaming son of a... You creep. Ew. The original cemetery? So, what other, like, what is it? Originally, was there someone buried there? Originally, what the hell? This was the original cemetery? What did they just, like, uproot 5,000 some odd people? How many people died in the towers? I mean, they got a much more, it's already buggy, and it's buggy, and it's not even spring yet. This place is big. Okay, but yeah, well, I don't see any Jewish markers, so yeah, didn't look like they didn't even get the consideration down at Letchworth. Oh, okay. Where are these unmarked souls? I mean, because no one is at rest here. I'll tell you that. There is nothing restful about this. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. This is too hysterical. Okay, funny. As I'm saying this, look at the sign. It says, Old Catholic. Old Catholic. Okay. Old Catholic, Old Protestant. They needed some Jews up here. Oh, what is this? A new way of marking graves? It's got a boulder and a shovel. So like what? Maybe you like dig your own grave and then you're too tired, you can't bury it, someone else will finish the job. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the gravedigger cemetery. Oh my God. There's no markers for the old Catholics, the old Protestants, but the damn old gravedigger. He got some marker. Oh, there are some marked graves. Oh my God, okay. So, these must be the old ones. We'll find out. Let's find out who this gravedigger was. In his half century as a Willard patient. Oh, that's a fine one. Have a patient be the gravedigger? This is like a Holocaust camp or something. This is disgusting. Ugh. Oh my God. He dug over 1,500 graves of his fellow patients who are buried in this cemetery that they might have a final resting place long after the world had forgotten them. Planned by some of his admirers in 2015. He died in 1968, and he finally had admirers in 2015. This says he was wrong with the United States of America and mental health. They have patients digging a grave for other patients, and then they admire him like 55 years, 56 years after he's gone. He gets a big rock and a shovel. He dug 1,500 graves, people. He was a busy man, man. 1,500 graves? Oh, okay. They looked out for that. And here's the thing that documentaries get into. The patients that could escape, they often just drown themselves in the lake. Yeah, I think so. Probably maybe they didn't want to have a grave dug for them here. Maybe they saved the digger a little effort or whatever, and the lake swallowed them up. Okay, but here are, I don't know. We know the old Catholics are back there, the old Protestants are back there. What the heck's out here in this circle? I mean, this is not sharp, folks. We aren't like going to do a labyrinth and have a a spiritual. We might have one. It would be dark though. This must be. There's a lot of flags, so maybe this is the military part. Maybe the military's admired. I don't know. Let's see what these markers are for these people. Okay. And it's buggy. It's very buggy. I can tell you this. This cemetery is buggy. Okay. G-A. Oh, these are fallen soldiers. Oh, good God. So you put like the fallen soldiers in front of the old Catholics and the old Protestants amongst the 5,700 unmarked graves for the people. Like, there's no one resting in peace here. This reason this land's got some like psychic trauma to it. Add to that just yonder is New York State's biggest dump. Yeah, 1958. Oh, since then, the town of Seneca Falls makes money off of taking garbage from other states, and now it looks like we're going to take Canada's garbage too, because we don't have enough of our own. Oh, it's a crazy state. Yeah, New York has some craziness, and this is definitely upstate is got its own vibe of like, when are you going to wake up? This is not sustainable. I mean, well, the grave digging apparently was sustainable. They got one guy to do 1,500 graves, you know? They need him over at the dump. Oh my God. Yay. Yeah, let's pay our homage to the guy who did all the work. You know, wonder how that, did he, these people weren't autopsied, so you don't even know how many of them were actually murder victims. How many of the old Catholics and the old Protestants did you murder? You don't know. This guy would remain silent because he was very busy digging graves, probably very glad to be out of the nut house. Lawrence Mocha. I don't think I'll ever drink a mocha again. Reasons not to ever drink a mocha. There is a gravedigger in New York named Lawrence Mocha. There was a patient in that house of old Protestants, old Catholics. Let's wander down. Let's see if they have the other religions. Because there's no markers for anybody. So the soldiers got markers that are leaning over. You hope they went out quickly and were felled nicely, because this was a not nice place to live, and certainly not a good way to be memorialized. As you can tell by all the dead whatevers are populating this. Yes, it's the opposite of the Dorothy, Oh, puppies. You find yourself running through this field, man. You aren't going to find Toto. You aren't going to find the Tin Man. You're going to find, Hellboy was, I think, a good character. I don't know, who would you find out here? Like the guy from Silence of the Lambs. Yeah, this is a creepy place. Yeah, don't run to this field. Oh, okay. We have old Protestants. Then there's new Protestants and new Catholics. Was there any other religions that got buried out here? No, they were spared. They were down in. They're getting some. Geraldo Rivera was at least paying attention down in New York City. The new Protestants, the new Catholics. Let's see. Let's keep going. I'm an agnostic, so is there an agnostic part? No, I guess you like what? So the Protestants were on one side and the Catholics are on one side. That sounds like the problems of Northern Ireland. They just call it the Troubles. Yes, yeah. It came out of the Catholics and the Protestants being divided in Ireland, right, you guys? There came this problem. It was called Sinn Féin. Yes. Yeah, when I used to go to England, there were a lot of pub bombings. Oh, okay, good. Oh, here, let's score one for the Jewish people. They're just Jewish. They ain't old or new. They're just Jewish. Oh, okay. Reasons to admire Jewish people. You don't have to, be that divisive. There aren't, old Jews, new Jews, these Jews, those Jews. Actually, in Judaism, there's 3 kinds. To ask when I married somebody, we had to rent a rabbi. Which kind were we? We were the kind that were reformed, apparently. Now, my ex is not reformed, but there's 3 kinds of Jews. There's Hasidics. My conservative Jewish lawyer said you could always tell them they have curly cues. That's Hasidic. And then conservatives always wear their yarmulkes with pride. And then the Reformed Jews just sort of, as my Jewish attorney told me, he called them the Hollywood Jews. I think he was referring to Steven Spielberg and how he painted the Holocaust sort of in his West Coast Jewish fashion. Not very realistic. So, yes, here we go. Well, they didn't get a lot of the Jews here, so that's smart. There's not a lot of Jews here. It's the end of the road. If you were Jewish, it's just the end of the road. And there's a lamp. We'll leave the light on for you. Oh, man, it's dark and creepy. So look, there's Catholics, Protestants, and Jews in the back. The Jew crew. You know, there are a few Jews here because they were smart enough to get the hell out. Yeah, but none of the graves are marked. That is an American tragedy. Not a single marked grave out of 5,776 people. No family came forth to claim a single person. The trees are crying. They've fallen down. There's bricks falling down. Forests have felled. Yes, it's, oh, is that a raven? Oh my God. Stark raven mad, raven. Raven probably does not like this. Oh, but here's the thing about it. It's how do you gotta say? It's a nice piece of real estate. But I wouldn't build anything on top of it because, what's under it. Yeah, it wouldn't be good. Oh, my God. Okay, yeah, so this is the wondrous Willard Asylum Cemetery where you cannot visit your loved one because you didn't love them. And if you did love them, you wouldn't know where the hell they found to find them. You would have to dig up the Mocha person to say, where's my loved one? They aren't loved. They were put here. Yes, they were not loved. That is the truth. Families that do not love their children and their other family members stick them out here as excuses, and then, as we know from my narcissistic abuse videos, yes, they're probably headed by narcissists. Narcissists like to scapegoat strong people, scapegoat anything, call the other person the problem, and then, in cases like my family, you just call them nuts, right? That works. Doesn't work on me. So I call bullshit when I see that kind of crap. And that is just a bad behavior. It's called, you've got a personality disorder, people. If you couldn't, get it together enough to mark the person's death, that's just rude. This is no wonder it's haunted, man. And it's a day, and here we are, back to the new Catholics, new Protestants. We're all divided. Listen, the Catholics got the better view. They got the lake view. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, so in sticking with our dark content, we had to, right? We couldn't resist doing something. We have to get back to Letchworth, though. It's such a better... it's insane that you're comparing which asylum do you like better, the New York City Asylum, Letchworth, or Willard? Well, I like Letchworth. It's got all its travesties. It's a snake pit. This place is just a secret. Yeah, they don't want you to know about it. And they just, somebody that admired a gravedigger in 2015 put up a boulder. That's all they did. And the patients that are all buried here are just unnamed. You're just, these flowers are dripping over for you. God, what are they? Like broken sometimes? What kind of flowers are they? They're sad flowers. Oh, I don't know. Somebody knows what the hell kind of flower this is, but this ain't the Wizard of Oz. There's no wicked witch. You could just melt her at the end. This is a systemic problem. And, it's doesn't happen so much in this day and age, but it still does in New York because they are very backwards on things like domestic violence. I think their laws only got updated up to 1996. And they don't call it mental health, they call it mental hygiene. If they start mental hygiene with gynecological problems, that's a problem. And it's not. It's funny, huh? Haha. It's not funny if you're a woman and you don't want someone up your you-know-whaters. But yeah, that's it's pretty gross. So, we go into the old Catholic part and we will get the hell out of this place. But yes, it does have I am drained of the energy I did have. But I did the video. I wanted you to see, oh my God, look at this. Signs that the Jews have a good heart. Look at that. Right there. A Star of David. Good for them. Yeah, hell yeah. They stuck it up. They're like, heck. Maybe some of the Jews from there escaped there and then they just marked their territory. This is a crazy place. But yeah, it's got some, what does it say? Oh, it's in Hebrew. I can't read Hebrew. I'll need my son, Max, he was made to learn Hebrew for his bar mitzvah, but I know didn't stick. But if he could, hey Max, could you tell me what this says? What it says to me is, this is a really screwed up thing. But yeah, let's see. Okay, signs as we're leaving the cemetery. Oh, well, we're back into the original cemetery. After we get through the news and the olds and the Catholics and the problems of problems. But yeah, definitely not a place for a picnic. And now you know the dark history of the Willard Asylum. Do we even want to go in and explore it? I think just from the outside we know how dark it is. We'll get our asses back and go into the tunnels in Letchworth. There aren't 50 bazillion bugs swarming. This is like the Amityville original cemetery. Amityville horror. It's got there's flies. It literally has thousands of bugs. Ugh. Yeah. So I leave you with the original cemetery and the Amityville horror and the wonders of Upstate. And whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, have your gratitude, be curious, stay interested. See, speaking of interested, let's see what the hell this sign is. We can't finish this out. If we don't explore every dark corner of this cemetery, have we really done our gratitude for the day? No. Let's see what this is. Because this might be a rebellion by the Jews over there saying, hey, we want the best view. Because this is the best view of all. It's got the lake view. Let's see. It's got a marker. Could it be? Oh, it would be a miracle. The miracle in the cemetery. Okay. Old Jewish cemetery! Hey, good for you! The old Jewish cemetery. They're like, we got the best real estate in town. Woohoo! Oh my God! And they remember. Amen. We need a rock to keep the golems out. That's the other thing. There's not a single fucking rock in this place. But to keep out the golems, we've got to. The Jews memorialize their dead. And you know from other videos, it is tradition to put a rock on the grave. If you can find a rock, well, you found like entire toppled things in the other part. Is there not a single rock that we could place to keep out the golem? Oh, I see a rock. Huh. I do. I see. Do I see a rock? Is there? Yeah. No. Yeah. No. It's called coal. It's like nuts. Oh my God. Well, here we'll go. 3 nuts. Okay, this is the best we could do. But well, it weighs close to a rock. We're going to go back and we're going to say, well, we are glad we explored every corner of this asylum because the only sane people, oh, look, it's a divining rod. Dun, 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 dun. A divining rod in a cemetery. Divining rods were used to like contact the dead. Drop that! Hell yeah! Just drop it. Okay, but yeah, they don't even allow the Jews the ability to do tradition, which is you put rocks atop to keep out the golems and keep the soul grounded. Although maybe that's why they don't have any rocks and this will blow over. Well, that one just rolled off. They're like, it's gross. Okay, let's look at this. In remembrance of the Jewish residents buried at Willard Psychiatric Center from 1870 to 1992, they got their people out. Good for you! They got them out. They didn't leave them here forever. Oh, they got them out. And they dedicated in the spring of 1995. And it didn't take them till 2015 to hike out a boulder for a singular gravedigger. They just put up a wooden marker. They put out their dedication. And they left some actual sign that they gave a crap. Good for you. Good. I like that. That mad respect. Mad respect for those Jewish families who did that. That was an act of love. Love is nothing to do with words. Love is an action. That's an action back there, folks. That's love in action. In a dark cemetery where the residents were around pajamas. And, and you would never want to buy a piece of real estate and look at that, would you? No. But we explored every piece of it. We got through the evident horror of the old cemetery. And good for the old Jews. They claimed their corner. They dedicated their thing and they did their thing. Right on. Hey, gosh, some lightness in a very dark video. There we are. So, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, see the light in the darkness and have your traditune.